Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So our topic for today is laws of exponents and how we simplify expressions involving exponents. Okay, so here are the laws of exponents. When we say product rule, we multiply bases with exponents. However, what are we going to do is we're going to add the exponents as long as the bases are the same, okay? Then here in the quotient law, we divide expressions with exponents. Then what happened is we subtract these exponents. When we say zero exponent, if the zero is the exponent, then the answer will be automatically 1. When we say negative exponent, if the exponent is negative, we're going to reciprocate the x to the a, then we'll be placing under the denominator. It's all because the exponent was really negative. When we say power law, we multiply the exponent with another exponent. So here, okay, so the exponent c is outside the parentheses. So what are we going to do is we're going to multiply c with a. Just in case if the bases are different as well as the exponents, which are inside the parentheses, we're going to use the distributive method. So that shows in the power of a product law. Okay, so the exponent a is outside the parentheses. So what we do is to distribute for each base with their respective exponent. Likewise with the power of quotient. So the exponent a is outside the parentheses. So what we do is to perform the distributive-like method on the x and the y. So here are the examples. Okay, so here in this product law, as we see that a to the 8 times a to the 5 is equal to a to the 13. Why? Because the exponents add together. Here in the quotient law, a to the 8 over a to the 5, which is a to the 3 because the exponents subtract. How about a to the 0 equals 1? Okay, so whatever the base is, whether number or letter, if the exponent is 0, then automatically it will be 1. Okay, here in the negative exponent, okay, a to the negative 2 is equal to 1 over a to the 2 because we reciprocate. When we say power law, a to the 2, then the exponent is 3, then what we do is we multiply. That's why it is 6. Here, in the power of a product law, AB inside the parentheses is raised to the power of negative 2 is equal to a squared b squared because the exponent 2 distributes to each of the bases. Likewise with the power of the quotient. So it affects each of the term, whether the numerator or the denominator. Okay, so we're going to apply these laws on the example. So when we say 3, a to the 4, b to the 5, and c to the 7, then the exponent is 3. So what are we going to use is the power of the product law. So we're going to distribute the exponent 3 on each base with its respective exponent. Okay? So what are we going to do here is we're going to simplify 3 cubed, which is 27. Then what are we going to do here is multiply the exponents, so it will become 12. Then while for b, it will become 15. And for c, it will become 21. So this is the answer for this question. In number 2, okay, now we are multiplying both expressions. So the law we will be using will be product law. However, what are we going to do is we're going to group according to the numbers and the bases. So what are we going to do here right now is we are going to multiply the numerical coefficients. When we say numerical coefficients, these are the numbers beside the letters. So 7 times negative 2 is equal to 14. Or shall I say negative 14? Okay? Then what are we going to do with x is we're going to add these exponents. Then for the y, we're going to do the same. Okay, so, okay, to perform the law, we're going to come up with this. So therefore, this is the answer for the question. Okay, let me remind you that the product of both numbers with opposite signs is negative. That's why 7 times negative 2 is equal to negative 14. Here, okay, what are we going to do is to use the power of the quotient law. We're going to distribute to each base with its respective exponents. So what is 2 raised to the power of 4? It will be 16 over 3 raised to the power of 4 is 81. Okay, so what will be the exponent for D? So 5 times 4 is 20. Then for E, 6 times 4 is 24. Then for F, 9 times 4 is equal to 36. So this is the final answer for the question. Okay, so what are we going to do is to use the quotient law because this question is a fractional form. So what are you going to do is to divide it first. 16 divided by 4, it will be 4. Then what are we going to do here is to subtract the exponents. So what are we going to do is we're going to subtract. So 19 minus 23 is negative 4. Then h to the negative 10 minus 10 is 0. So 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. Then for I, 20 minus 18 is 2. Okay, so as of now, here is our answer, but we can simplify it. So since the exponent is negative for g, we're going to place g under the denominator along with the exponent of 4. Then for h to the 0, since this is 1, we can cancel it anyway because this involves multiplication already with the numerical coefficient. That's why 1 times 4 is equal to 4. Then for I squared, we're going to retain it in the numerator. Okay, so here, okay, so what are we going to do is we're going to use the product and quotient law at the same time. Okay, so shall I write first 7 times 8, then m to the 8, n to the 11, p to the 8, n to the 6. Then what are we going to do is 2 times 11, then 0 to the 10, p to the 13, o to the 14, n to the 5. So what are we going to do here is we're going to cancel 8 and 2 because 2 is the common factor. So what are we going to do is to cancel it, then we're going to simplify it in the lowest term. Okay, so 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, so since 11 is alone here, as the numerical coefficient, I shall copy 11 in the denominator area. Okay, so what are we going to do here with m to the 8 and is to copy n to the 8. Okay, so what are we going to do here with n to the 11 and n to the 6 is we shall add, and since n to the 5 is in the denominator, we can subtract it here. Okay, so what are we going to do here is, we're going to subtract p, then write the exponent of 8 along with minus 13. Okay, so for O, since both are below, we can directly write it here in the denominator. So what are we going to do is to add the exponents. Okay, so now we're going to simplify the exponents. So what are we going to do is to simplify. So 11 plus 6 is 17. Then minus 5, it will be 12. Then for p, 8 minus 13 is negative 5. Then for o, 10 plus 14 is equal to 24. So shall I simplify? Yes, because the exponent for p is negative. So negative 28, m to the 8, n to the 12, then 11, 0 to the 24, then we shall bring the p to the 5 below. So here's the final answer for this question. So have a great day, guys. Happy learning, and do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you and God bless. Have a good day again.